Facebook. So hello, everybody. It is me, Demetra Kaye, and I am sitting here with the recovering 304 Sadiq. Okay, and I'll get into why he is the recovering 304 in a minute. But we are out here in Dominican Republic, Sosua to be exact, where this guy wanted to come out here, and now I understand why. But I'm going to give everybody a moment to come on here before we get started. See, maybe you can share. Let's see.
Good.
I don't know how. Let me see.
No, because I don't have a full account.
On Facebook?
Yeah. No. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So anyway, like I said, we are here in Sosua. Donovan has been here before, and
I've never been here before. I've never even seen this place. I'm just as shocked and appalled. Go ahead. Continue.
He's lying, okay? He has seen this place, which is why he made us, my daughter, me, and him endure a 6.5-hour bus ride, okay? We endured a 6.5-hour bus ride from Santo Domingo all the way to Sosua. And I'm like, why? What was the point of us coming here? I mean, if you've seen one beach, you've seen them all, right?
Not true. You haven't seen a beach like this beach.
You've seen one beach, you've seen them all. That's originally what I thought, okay? But then when I got here and I saw all these women's running around and all these dudes running around right after him, I said, I get it. Matter of, you don't mind if I tell on you, do I?
I didn't really
mind if I tell on you.
I didn't do anything. I've been hanging with you guys the whole time.
You will lie. Let me tell y'all something. We was on this bus, this very, very, very long bus ride.
Yes, because of the rain and stuff. It usually takes 3 hours.
It was a 6.5 hour bus
for
ride.
some reason.
Okay, 6.5 hour bus ride. Finally, we get here. But as we're coming here, Donovan leans over the aisle and he's talking to this young tenderoni. She gets off the bus. He says, "I got her number." Said, "Of course you
No. We were still on the bus. I said, "I got her number."
Yeah, you got her bus. You know, your number obviously.
Because I wanted to make sure she made it home safe and everything was fine.
Is that what you were trying to do?
Yeah, just
trying to make sure she got home safe.
What Demetra's not telling you guys is this was a young lady that was like helping us, translate and stuff when we had some questions, like, is this going to Sosua? Are we on the right bus and stuff like this, just to make sure. And she was like helping us out.
Oh, you got a comment right here. Mm-hmm. Let's see who's on
That's
here.
Reggie.
Reggie, what's going on with you, Reggie? So anyway, yes. So he got her number, nevertheless.
Haven't called her since. Haven't.
You've been talking to this lady the whole time we've been here.
What do you mean? She just texted me on WhatsApp.
Yeah, you've been texting all day with this lovely lady.
Okay.
Texting, okay?
And she's wondering, am I going to be going to church Sunday? I said, no, I won't be here because I will be in Santo Domingo.
Are you going to church on Sunday?
Sunday, yeah.
Ain't no church going to accept you the way you've been acting out here in these streets. Ain't no church going to let you up in there. But needless to say, Donovan is having a lot of fun with the ladies. He's been here before, regardless of what he tells you. And the locals love him. Like, they're like, "Hey, my friend, oh, big spender. Hey, you gonna come see me again?" All that kind of stuff, right? So Donovan has been here before, and like I said, he's having a great time. And it's fun. Sans the 14-hour bus ride on a donkey over here, and we got to do it again because we got to go back to Santo Domingo. That's where we're going to end up.
It'll be 3 hours going back down.
Hopefully, because, I felt like, wow.
But you got to think about it like this, too. For $10, a lot of people, let's say we left when we left, right? Mm-hmm. And we rented a car. A lot of people don't know this. I know we're, that expectation of being an American. Everything's American. We relate everything to our experience of being Americans, right? How dark were those roads coming up?
Very, very dark. And as you probably understand, well, maybe you've heard like a couple of years ago where they found a black couple actually from America. And this was during a time where a lot of Americans were coming up missing or, dying. And they were saying that something nefarious was going on here as far as maybe somebody here was doing something to them. But actually what it was the couple, I guess they were trying to catch their plane early in the morning, and they ended up driving off the side of the road and, dying, unfortunately. but it's because there's I want to say almost absolutely no light. So it's very, very dark, and you should be very skilled if you are going to drive
at night.
Yeah, because there's like ravines and
there's no lighting. It isn't like America where you have like the highways are lit because your tax dollars are paying for that, and then you're in very rural areas.
Right.
Here.
So yeah, it's not a good idea to drive it by yourself. But yeah, I did not love a 6.5-hour bus ride. Essentially, we spent all of our first day traveling, flying here, and then catching the long bus ride here, and then we went out to eat, and then came back, and that was kind of a wrap. Donovan went out in the streets, though.
And brought you back some food.
You did. Oh, wait a minute now. Okay, that reminds me, Kay. That reminds me. So we got here after all of that, and then we went to a local restaurant. It was a Haitian restaurant because there's a lot of Haitians over here, and we ordered.
Wait, before you cut you off. You guys remember, Demetra's the type wants to spend money with her people. So we went to a Haitian restaurant. Ordered something very simple because it was late. I ordered beans and rice. My daughter ordered plantanos. And I ordered French fries.
And he ordered French fries. And we had like some drinks, like sodas. Wasn't like a mixed drink or anything. Do y'all know that an hour had went by and we had not received our food? And so we're like, hey, is everything okay? It's been an hour. And it's like, oh, it's coming. So this went on for a total of maybe like 20 more minutes. And our food never came. So, and then a guy next to us at the next table, he sent his food back. And I was like, okay, that's it. That's a cue for me. Some ain't going right in the kitchen. And so we got up, said, let's pay for the drinks. And the owner comes out. Now, mind you, we're going back and forth with his waitress who couldn't speak English. I guess, French or whatever she speaks.
French Creole. Mm-hmm.
And so finally we're getting ready to leave. And the owner comes and he says, he's speaking English. Oh, it's coming. Oh, I'm sorry. And I said, well, damn, we've been here over an hour waiting on side orders, And he says, well, they were waiting longer than you.
Wrong thing to say to Demetra Kaye.
I'm like, so because they were waiting longer than other people waiting longer than us, that should be acceptable. Why we should wait for over an hour for side dishes. Mm-hmm. So I felt like for a minute they were holding us hostage because they would not allow us to leave. We're like, listen, just pay for the drinks. We don't want to eat here. But needless to say, I want to say I struggle to say this. Customer service is in our community is universal. It's kind of like and hey, Thunder, how you doing? They expect for us to, put up with it because we're Black, right? You're Black, I'm Black, I'm a Black business. Mm-hmm. You're a Black, patron. So if I'm slipping on the customer service, you should just understand that because we have this commonality. But it's like, okay, you slipping on the customer service, but I can't slip on the money. Like I can't say, well, since it's been an hour.
You got it.
Yeah, but since it's been an hour that, I've been waiting for my food to show up, I can't say to you, well, I'm only going to pay you, a certain amount of money. Yeah. So needless to say, that wasn't a very good experience, but, it is what it is. It was a better day today. We actually went to the beach, hung out.
And after 20-something years of going to the beach, Demetra Kaye.
I finally wore a bathing suit. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be,
and that's where all the dudes came from one side of the beach to the other side because they hadn't seen such a beautiful sight.
They ain't came from nowhere, okay? But I will say this. A lot of good-looking men out here. I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. I was just looking, okay? I was just looking. It was a lot of good-looking guys out here.
But what's your thought on the hustle of the people out here?
Well, in every country I go to, I find that the people hustle, right? They don't have the luxury of having a safety net like Americans typically do. You fall on your luck in America, you can maybe get food stamps or some sort of assistance, but
general assistance.
In a lot of these other countries, now they don't have that. They have, get up off of it, maybe go sell some plates, or do something, right, to generate income. But yeah, they don't have the safety nets. And so that's why when they come to the other to our country, America, when I say our country, I mean America.
Yeah, they're kicking our ass.
Yeah, because it's like that they got y'all leaving all this money on the table. Y'all won't hustle for it. We'll get it, and then we unfortunately end up being envious of them because we think, oh, they're coming to take over, but they're really just seeing it as you guys. you know, this is easy money and y'all not even going to get it. And so we're used to working way hard over there.
Now, you know, and that's a good point leading into this next segue. So we have this money, or we have a way that we think that we have, you know, what's going on here. And so you got these guys that will come down, you know, that are, let's say, fraternities or people that are well off, or people that, you know, can afford.
Now you telling on people.
No.
You telling on people now.
People that can afford to come down here, and they come down here for meetings, leisure, play, and time. A lot of family activities are going on up here.
Is that what you're calling it? I ain't seen no families up here. I've seen some potential broken families up here, though. I'm like, wow, that's how they getting down up here. Okay. But I am starting a new show called Expose with Demetra Kaye, where I am going to be getting together with the sisterhood. And when they tell me their man is going to the DR, and be like, oh, he is, huh? Well, for a few dollars, I'll go and tell him and take pictures and tell you everything he's up to.
Wait, and since we're speaking of people that are coming to the DR for nefarious things in that aspect, you guys remember I was here 7 months ago, and I left my kitty at the hotel.
You might want to clarify that, brother.
My kitty.
What kitty did you leave at the hotel?
Oh, yeah, there's different kinds of kitty. This was an actual cat. Okay? Feline. And I went to go look for the cat. Because, you know, I'm a really nice guy, and that's all I did. All the stuff that's going on, I'm oblivious to it because I'm just here to look at the nature, the birds, the cats, the animals, the dog, whatever, right? I go to the hotel looking for the cat, and I'm walking down by the pool, and we're getting dinner. And I said, let me see if the cat's, you know, down there. And there's a door open, and I see my cat huddled up with an old white man. And the look on my face, because the cat just looked at me, meowed at me like it recognized because I was calling it out. And I was just so devastated. I came back to the table. I mean, was I devastated?
You were devastated.
I was devastated. Cheated on me while I was gone.
It happens. Trust me, I know.
Right.
Hey, Thunder, you say you look really nice and enjoyed yourself. If you got it, flaunt it. Yes, indeed, I appreciate that.
And actually, Thunder, we're on the front end of our trip. So we have another 4 days ago.
Or next Tuesday.
Next
Tuesday. I'll be leaving out here along with my daughter. And he's going to be staying here for a couple of extra weeks. Tell him why you're going to be staying here for a couple extra weeks.
I got some research to do and some grad work that I need to do and some research in. That's not going to work.
He's got him a young lady out here.
Okay.
And he's going to be spending some quality time with her. Hey, Pioneer, how you doing?
Yes. Why should I be happy?
You should be happy.
Okay.
You should be happy, but you need to stop looking.
Wait a minute. There's nothing wrong with looking. There's nothing. Okay. Put it like this, guys. We know the saying, you can't bring sand to the beach, right? Here I am walking with two beautiful women, Demetra and her daughter. And the women are just like, don't know what to do because they're seeing me with her and they don't know what our relationship is. Because even the girl on the bus was like, are you really
I guess you crazy because she thought that maybe I was his woman or something. He's like, nah, that ain't my woman. So, you know, he got the number or whatever. He been talking to her all day long, trying to get her to come up because tomorrow my daughter and I, we're going ATVing. And so I'm trying to get him and his new woman, you know, to go. So what's the deal? Y'all going?
No. Because, you know, I want to administer her and preach the gospel.
Excuse me.
I would like to preach the gospel.
You ain't got where the Bible at?
It's in one of these hotel rooms.
Really?
I can get it.
He ain't got damn Bible out here.
And come to find out, this girl is Haitian. I thought she would have been Dominican, but she's Haitian. Very beautiful girl. Now, here's a quick story too. We leave the airport after waiting for Demetra for 2.5, 3 hours, right? My plane got there early, so I was only supposed to wait for 2 hours. So we get into the airport, we get into the taxi, and we get to the airport. And this girl gets out of she got out of the cab too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got out of the cab.
Yes. And
we got out of the cab. And you know how you know, fellas, you know how we are because we're innocent. You know, you quick glance because you see something out of the ordinary, right? And everybody was quick glancing at this girl. And she was very enhanced, and she was very beautiful, dark skin and stuff like
Pervert.
that. And we go get our tickets and stuff, and I noticed that she was going in the same direction we were. I didn't know she was going to Sosua or wherever she was going, and she happened to get on the same bus with us, and I was just like, wow. And so we were on this bus, with her for 6 hours, but she's sleeping or whatever she was doing, and me and Demetra were talking it up and trying to figure out what we're going to do on this trip, and current events. And as it went, I said, the girl helped us a couple times because I had some questions, and she kind of helped us. And I said, well, let me go get her number. She seems like a nice girl, and just, maybe I could just reward her with a nice dinner or something like that.
That's what you,
spreading democracy.
See, I'm gonna get to y'all comments in a minute, but see, he was doing good until he told that lie. I just want to reward her with a nice dinner for helping. Is that what you calling it?
That's what it is.
You want to reward her with a nice dinner?
Yeah, maybe hang out with us and stuff. We invited her to the ATV, right?
Yeah,
just be nice. But see, why is it that women always think the nefarious things about us guys when we're just
Donovan,
we're just being nice?
I've known you for over 30 years, okay? I know your MO.
You know my MO.
I know your MO.
Hey,
let's see here. So yes, Pioneer, he says good evening. And I know Thornby says, and I say that respectfully. And Pioneer says, oh, Demetra looking good out there on the beach and in the room too. Laugh out loud. And you also say, I was hoping that Demetra would show us videos of her at the beach in the water, not just one picture she holds up while she's trying to explain something to us. I'll put some pictures on there.
Yes, go to her Facebook page. There's some nice pictures up there. And, Demetra was looking pretty good. Her daughter too. They've been working out down in Houston and stuff, getting healthy and eating healthy. You had some fish tonight.
I did.
Really good fish. And
I said I was going vegan, but I am going vegan when I go back home.
Get back.
For real.
Now, what was the difference between Ramona's that I took you to, which is a nice restaurant and a bar that I kind of frequent there? The service there versus the Haitian restaurant.
It was good. And then there's a black-owned bar here that we just came from. Yeah. I like American black-owned, and that's where I said I'm gonna have to do my expose because these people, women's husbands and boyfriends out there riding dirty. Anyway, Pioneer says, sis, Donovan ain't a pervert as long as he's looking at women. Now, if he starts looking at other dudes,
right.
He might be, because nowadays it's hard to tell.
Look at the hands, all that. But we were at the bar, right? And we had a drink after we got done eating. So I said, let me just show him this real quick because you weren't going to be here long. So we were at the bar, and you see all these different girls come there, and there are a lot of girls that are surgically enhanced.
Yeah, the DR is where they come getting these surgeries and stuff. But to each his own. But I'm like, let me shut up. They getting the surgeries. I say that, but I don't think y'all men really care too much.
But here's the thing: what she's not telling you. When you're naturally enhanced and you're walking with all that junk in the trunk,
I don't see how anybody want to get no more. To be honest with you, just to keep it 100, I don't know how they want more. Right. Thundy says if you ever get a chance to go to Puerto Rico and go to Lyosa, you'll love it. Now, one day I would like to go to Puerto Rico. And the Pioneer says, no lie. I immediately recognized Donovan in the picture that was shown in the thumb for the video, but I thought Demetra was some hoochie that Donovan met down in the DR. Nah. We was in the water. Obviously, I don't do water, but that was the first time I got in the water in a very long time. It wasn't bad. The fish would come up.
Oh, there were some beautiful fish down there. I mean, like the aquarium type fish. Yeah. It's real beautiful.
Swim by your feet, and then the tide would take them back out. But now,
And the funny thing is, too, it's been an overcast the whole time we've been here. It hasn't rained in the aspect of like rain falling, but basically it's been holding up, right?
Yeah, it's been holding up. I mean, it's been drizzling and stuff.
But it's been humid and hot.
Yes. No need for a jacket. Yeah. And Pioneer says, both of y'all, so thank you. Says some good looking black folks, especially for your ages. Y'all are down in Latin America making Black Americans look good. Thank you. Well, some of us are making us look good. I'm just kidding. Donovan is doing what single men do when they come to the DR.
Yes, and that's, administer the gospel. Administer the gospel. No.
Now, what's your favorite Bible scripture?
John 3:16.
Which is
I love the world so much. I gave my begotten son.
I thought he was gonna say something like Jesus wept.
Jesus loves me.
He's got the whole world. It is. And we're talking about God, not
right,
you.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
Pioneer, he says, Queen, I didn't know that was you in that swimsuit until the video got started. And I heard your voice. I thought it was some model he got with. Oh, well, I really appreciate that.
And let me say this too. There are a lot of beautiful women here. There's no doubt about it. I mean, Haiti and Dominican Republic are on the same island. A lot of you guys know that. And Haiti is a failed state right now. So a lot of the Haitians are coming over, which is really like we have a problem with immigration in America. And, these people are willing to work a little cheaper than the average person. So there's a little schism when it comes to, the job competition. It's the same thing that goes on in America. So it's no different there. But there are a lot of good women out here. But here's the thing when you're not used to it. And I'll let Demetra to tell you guys this. There are a lot of girls out here because prostitution is legal here. It is legal. Sex work is legal here. So there are a lot of girls that are out here getting it, and doing what they got to get. And, I was telling them, I need y'all to leave the house at 5. Don't come back till 5 and go get that money.
Pioneer says, now that not that our brother needs any help, but Queen, I think you're increasing Donovan's value just hanging around here.
She said that today.
You're helping him attract women. Yep. Yes. I said, Donovan, I'm a hook. You're going to get a lot of play because when a woman thinks that he's got a woman, that makes him more attractive. So I said, you're welcome.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.
And no, it's not just Demetra. I had 2. Demetra's daughter. So I'm walking around. Everybody's looking at me like, well, who are these guys? Girl, I was at the airport. I said, I brought in the champions. Y'all have my bench warmers. I'm bringing in the American champions.
And what did the guy at the bar tell me? He says Dominican men like to spend money.
Yes.
I said, okay, I'm leaving. Y'all take your passport.
Yeah, he said, no. He said Dominican men pay.
They pay, yes.
They pay.
Said Dominican men pay. I said, well, I'm going to send my passport.
That's when I said it's time to go check.
I'm sending my passport back with them, and I'm going to stay over here.
Yes. So, I mean, it's just a little different experience. So after we leave here, we're going to go down to Santo Domingo, which is the major city. For all you guys that don't know, Santo Domingo was the very first major city in the Western Hemisphere. A lot of people don't know that. Christopher Columbus and all this kind of stuff was going on, whatever it was. But Santo Domingo is like the first really major city. I think Christopher Columbus on a different island, but city-wise, it was the first one. And it's more metropolitan, more malls and stuff like this. This is more of a beach resort area.
Oh, yeah, it's very tropical here. Very, very tropical.
And out of all the bars and stuff you've seen, who owns a lot of the properties and bars here?
Well, I've seen a lot of white people here colonizing like they normally do. Nothing new, colonizing, but there's no reason why we can't come out here and purchase something. The real estate is really cheap. Yeah. Maybe get an Airbnb or something like that going on. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. I will say this: out of the places that I've been so far, whether it's Costa Rica, South Africa, and here, Dominican Republic, I would say that South Africa, the hospitality is still untouchable.
Up there.
It is still untouchable. Even from customs all the way down to, restaurants and wherever, the hospitality and the friendliness of the people is bar none. Bar none. I mean, even coming over here through customs, it was just, they were rude and austere. Why are you here? Where are you staying? It's like,
see, and to me, when she told me that was really weird because I went through customs without a hitch. And so here's what I'm thinking. This is just me as a man. They're looking at you, might be coming down here to work, and they're kind of like, where are you staying? What are you doing? Because here you are, two beautiful women coming down.
I'm like, y'all, first of all, I ain't got enough money for me to come out here and work and give none of my body up, okay?
Right. But, all in all, I mean, you got fresh food, seafood stuff. The weather's been kind of under the radar, whatever. But
I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's not,
it's not expensive.
It's under, how it is in Houston, where it's always cloudy. Yeah. That's kind of what it is here. So I'm kind of hoping to see a little bit of sunshine. If I just get like half a day of sunshine, I'll be cool with that. But Thundy says Loiza is the Afro-Latino part of Puerto Rico, pronounced Loiza. Okay, Loiza. Got it. Yeah, definitely. If I go to Puerto Rico, which I would love to, I definitely will go there because I like hanging out, where people look like us. The pioneer says that was when the entire island was known as Hispaniola. He also say, based on many other Dominicans that I've met and observed, that the Dominican Republic isn't the best place for most Afro-Americans to invest in.
Well, the funny thing is, I would agree with that, Pioneer, except for the fact that, times are changing and people are investing because there's not a lot of land left to invest in. And right now, you're in a resort area and the most of their economy is based on tourism. So we saw some property, was 800 square feet, not a lot of real estate, but they wanted it for $46,000.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice, well, like we're in an Airbnb, it's 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, pretty nice space in the kitchen back there. I mean, but if you're going on vacation, you're probably not going to spend a lot of time, in the room. You're going to be out and about, which is where we've been. Went to the beach all morning, came back for a little bit, went to a restaurant, then went to the bar. We're doing this live, and then Donovan is going to go back out.
I got to preach the gospel.
Right. He's got to go out there in the streets and, preach the gospel, try to recruit people and all of that, get them saved.
Now, you got to remember this too. I did this in South Africa. Do you guys want to know why I'm going back in the streets? Because Deanna's here and she will come get me if it comes.
He's going to be a missionary or to do missionary.
Yes, do some missionary. But here's the thing too. Like Pioneer, you're saying too much crime and violence. That is very true, but it's in the major cities like in Santiago, in areas of Santo Domingo. But here, this is a small resort area. So the police were enforced all over the place here because this is what their community thrives on.
I would say this, Pioneer. We had went to the bank, and it's a bank on each side of the street, and in front of those banks, they have I ain't talking about armed like they got a little pistol. I'm talking about armed like they got a shotgun, double barrel out, just hanging out in their hand by their side, like. We wish somebody would come up in here. So I've never seen that before, but in both banks, they had a big giant dude with a big giant shotgun standing there, opening the door. How you doing? You okay? All of that.
Right, exactly. And then again, a lot of stuff here, at least in Sosua, because we got our credit cards and stuff like that, but it's mostly cash and carry. They want you to have cash, to do it dollars or pesos, but it's mostly cash and carry because, it's Sosua. It's in Dominican Republic. They like dollars or pesos. So
they also say we do need to invest more in Haiti and the DR as well as Brazil. But we need to have our own security teams to go down there and protect us and our investors. Because like I said, unfortunately, and my dad said this to me too before we came over here. He was like, you're gonna find that they have the same issues as far as the jealousy and the colorism amongst each other. There and I would say I've seen a little bit of that as well, and it'd be sad that we would buy maybe some property here and maybe somebody would tear it up out of jealousy or wouldn't go to it. But I would say, in all fairness, we did try to go to to the Haitians, and they just didn't have it together. But the bar we went to is called King's Bar and Grill or something like that. Hey Phil, the bar we went to. American owned, really nice, very hospitable, nice atmosphere, nice ambiance.
Really big, lot of room.
It's very spacious, so that was good. But it's on our second day. So Phil, how you doing? He says any country you go to, you gotta check in. Yeah. Absolutely.
He's talking to you, checking in with
well,
you know you're okay.
Well, I'm gonna be doing more videos. Trying to really see what there is to see. My first time being here in the DR. It's, and Phil, you've been everywhere, just, especially in Africa. I've been to Africa once, and I will say the places that I've been, like I said, Costa Rica, I've been to Mexico, I've been here, South Africa. South Africa is, like I said, there's nothing like it. I have not been anywhere as nice as South Africa. Not just, the land, but the people. Yeah. The people are very loving, very friendly, but the other places I've gone, not so. I mean, you run into some people friendly, but not like the people in Africa.
Was it that they're friendly, or was it that they were genuine friendly? like
no,
real
no,
friendly.
no, genuine friendly, like just like not a really a care in the world. But I noticed coming here in Costa Rica, just kind of
they're hustling. It's more like, hey, what can you do? Or,
yeah, not really. It's just I can't explain it. It wasn't our people. And you also say, Phil, Africans tend to still have their own cultures from thousands of years. Oh, I'm sorry, the pioneers. Sorry, Africans tend to still have their own cultures from thousands of years back. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're more attached, to the motherland. So they where are those cultures going to go, right?
And speaking of the Phil of the African Diaspora channel, Phil does, and we say this all the time. People need to travel more outside of their comfort zone. I know people who, like, I'm from Louisiana, born and raised. I've got people that have never really left that area. And Phil's channel does the African tours and stuff. I think they're going to Kenya coming up.
November.
So if you're interested and want to go on a trip, I mean, they're putting that out there, the down deposit, you can work your way like a layaway system and kind of do that. And they're going to Kenya this year. So that'll be something.
And just got back from, where were you guys? South Africa.
Didn't they go to?
And Cape Town.
Yeah, they went to Cape Town, South Africa.
Yeah,
exactly. So people that are watching this, if you're interested in going on trips and doing that, because you don't want to go on trips if you've never been there before, unless you're like me, kind of done it. But you want to go in groups like that where it's a little bit safer. And I believe Phil is going for like 12 days.
Yeah, they're going for 12 days. Yeah. And I'd like to go. I'm trying my best to go.
Yes. So,
And so you say, Phil, no one tops the continent. I will say Ethiopia, Kenya, and South Africa was the best for me business-wise. Johannesburg, yes. He said, but Istanbul, Turkey was cool too. Never been there. My brother has gone to Turkey, and he says that he likes Turkey as well.
I used to go to Istanbul when there was a military base there, and we used to go there all the time. So liked it. But I just hated when the call to prayer was happening. It seemed like it was going off every 3 hours, like 5-6 times a day. Yeah, you're like, golly, I can't get no sleep. So so.
Pioneer says Africans have been colonized, but they still have more of their own morals and culture. The Black man's nature is different, and he operates better under his own culture, not some European culture out. No doubt, right? But so it's our second day here. Like I said, tomorrow we're gonna go out ATVing. This one here is gonna be out there in them streets. Phil says the spices from Turkey are the best to cook with. Yeah, I'd have to check that out. I like spices, but I know a couple people, Donna who's gone to Turkey, and they said that it's an amazing place to be. Yeah. But to me, like I said, the motherland is that's it right there. Because when I get to places like the DR and Costa Rica, I'm like, man, after 2 or 3 days, I could go home now. Right. I'm ready to go.
Not me, not here.
Yeah, I'll be ready to go because I'm like that anyway. I'm a homebody. But when I was in South Africa, I'm like, dang.
Well, it took you a couple of days to warm up.
Is it time to go?
Because 16 hours to get there, just getting over there whipped her butt. So.
Yeah, ankles and feet was all swollen from the plane and stuff. Finder says Turkey is part of Europe, Asia.
It's considered part of Europe. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, it's cool. And Phil says Turkey is cool to visit, but I'm sold on Johannesburg. Yes.
Phil, we need to go to Johannesburg, go back there because I was running amok in Johannesburg.
He was in them streets again. Donovan likes to be in them streets, but that's where we stayed. We stayed, I think it was called the Fashion District.
Fashion area.
The fashion area in Johannesburg, and it had everything there, restaurants. We stayed at it was a Black-owned Airbnb, and it was actually a penthouse. Yeah. So it was at the very top of this building. It was a parking structure that they converted into a penthouse and stuff. It was, it was nice.
And right across the street from the discotheques, and a lot of artsy people that were over there.
That's I guess it was kind of the fashion district,
fashion
arts and stuff,
artsy area and stuff. And we had a ball, and Phil, when you left after, I called Demetra and I said, tell Phil to go to that restaurant we went to at the airport. Remember that steak?
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
Man, that steak was so good. I wanted to put it in my pocket and take it with me.
Phil says half of Turkey is in Europe and the other half is in Asia.
Yeah.
And Thunder says, I've been to Istanbul. It was really nice. And when I was in Greece, there was a lot of American Black folks there, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, we used to have a military base in Greece too. I mean, all the bases overseas, the good ones are really gone now. So it's either you're going to Germany, England, Japan, Korea. That's pretty much it overseas now.
And Pioneer says, I heard that it got cold down in South Africa. No,
it could.
It was chilly when we went, but it felt good, like in the 70s.
Yeah,
maybe
it's kind of like Riverside. They had the same temperature like Riverside.
Phil says, I don't eat red meat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he said he ain't looking for no steak in the airport.
No, all you had to do was buy it for me and put it in your pocket and then mail it to me when you got stateside. That thing was good.
And Donovan was trying to get detained in South Africa. He's like, I'm not trying to leave.
What I did, I went up to the security guy and said, what do I need to do to get arrested?
Yeah, he thought maybe his wife would be over here, but I think maybe his wife is here.
Right.
Donovan has a wife everywhere he goes.
I just love women.
Yeah, we know.
I have a soft spot here.
Yeah. So, is that what they call it?
Yeah, it's a soft
That's what they call it. Okay.
But the DR here, experience-wise, I mean, we're going to see a lot of history when we go down to San Domingo. But I always tell people all the time, I mean, just travel. I I don't care if you're getting on a bus and you're going to the next state. Go see how people are living, because it's going to affect how you look at where your position is in the world versus other places. Now, a good example here is, let's say you just have enough money to come to the DR. You are going to be so thankful that you don't have to do what a lot of these people have to do just to survive. There is no welfare system here. There is no safety net. These people are doing what they need to do to get it done. Whereas in America, hey, we take that for granted and we just don't realize how good we have it.
Yeah, and Pioneer says, Brother Donovan said that steak was so good, I wanted to put it in my pocket. He did. He was just chewing on the fat. I'm like, dude, eat it so we can get on the plane.
Yeah, it's good, man.
And Phil says, look into the retirement visa for South Africa. That would be an awesome place to retire. I mean, it's like I want to say no stress, but very, very little stress over there. It's just like.
Yeah, and you know what, Phil? A lot of my military buddies, what they do, especially the older ones, they stay under the 90-day visa and they migrate with the season. So they might spend 2 months in South Africa on a 90-day visa or whatever it is, the free 90 days. Then they go to the next country, and they kind of just move every 2-3 months, whatever they're doing. So
Pioneer, yes, you say a wife in every country. You land in sounds like a typical American brother to me.
I was spreading democracy when I was in the military.
That's what my daughter and I was trying to get it across to him. Like, this is just it. You just come over here and just greedy.
It doesn't take much.
I will say this though, on a serious note, back to what Donovan was saying about people doing some things maybe that I won't say that they have to do. I don't know if you have to do it, right? Like hang out with the fellas for money, but at the American bar that we were in, you've seen a lot of that. Like a lot of the girls, clearly they were working. Like I didn't see anything go on myself, but you can assume that they were working. Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming maybe they're going to get paid. I don't know what else they would be out there, mingling with the men for, but to me, it's kind of sad that they're doing that maybe for a living, to maybe go out there every night and hang, big spender, how you doing, type of thing. That's really sad because a lot of the girls look very young too. Yeah. Now, I would imagine they're of age, but they look like they're in their young 20s and, they're dressed up and they're just out there on the streets and in the bars. And unfortunately, somebody is going to pay them to maybe have their way with them. And then they'll probably be right back out there the next night doing it all over again. So that's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, I like Phil's thing. The DR is the Sims paradise. And you're right. It's absolutely the Sims paradise. I mean, they've got whole clubs. We were eating dinner and there was a bunch of young guys, together in the, I don't know if they were in a frat. I don't know what it was.
It looked like they were.
Of all places to come in. And Phil, here's the funny thing. Expose. I'm
telling it all. I'm dropping dimes. I'm telling. Yes, the facts not feelings. How you doing? It says peace and love, fam. Yes. Back at you. Yeah. So I guess it's a Sims paradise. Sure. I mean, because even when we're on the beach, you see a lot of sisters, with those, colonizers, and I'm like. He must be paying because I wouldn't be hanging out with him for free. He must, and they're, sitting on the beach with a drink, each of them. And, they're, I guess, engaged in the conversation. I'm talking about these big colonizers with hair on their chest and their back. And it's like, how much is he paying you?
Right. Paying for her time, just paying for her time.
Yeah, I'm sure he getting a little bit more than time.
Yeah, and it's really funny because I had gone out to go get them something to eat. A real quick story, and I was coming back up, and I couldn't remember the code. And so, as I was coming to the door, there was a young lady that was coming toward me, and Demetra's daughter was like, come, the girl was like, and it's like, oh no, we're not doing that. So Simp's Paradise, I would say, is true because it doesn't take any effort here, especially if they know you're an American. They kind of know to target you to see if you want some company and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, the people paying for a lot of company. Hey, Moni, how you doing? Pioneer says some brothers need it easy. Yep. Laugh out loud. They don't like any challenges. Well, yeah, I mean, but come on, unless I would say these women are doing it for two reasons. One, y'all taking them back to the States, or two, they doing it for money, but they ain't gonna hang out with you for free, especially if they got obligations at the house, Right. And Phil says, I seen a documentary about that. There are underage girls on the blade out there. White men go after them too. Where were we at that? Because that's a pretty popular strip.
Yeah, that's the strip there. But I think the documentary Phil's talking about, that one has to do in the major city of Santo Domingo. Okay. So I think I saw that one where the girls are like, surviving.
Because I even asked, I was like, do these kids, because to me they look fairly young enough to still be in school or maybe colleges, like, do they have something to do?
Right.
And Phil, it is pretty gross to see that, these dudes out here with these women.
And you do see the mixed children here. For some reason, there's a lot of mixed children here. So.
Marnie says, I'm loving the background. It's so wonderful. I love seeing you both. You guys too much. Detroit love, always. It looks like paradise there. I want to come. Don't rush back. Enjoy yourself.
Well, and
it's birthday, not my birthday.
And that brings up a good question. As a female, would you recommend coming to the DR like on a girls' trip or something of that nature?
I mean, yeah, I could see it. I mean, I could see somebody coming out here on a girls' trip. It's something to do. Yeah. I'm one of those people. I don't, go out of the country to be getting in a bunch of trouble. I just go out to see, the sights, maybe get in some water, buy some water or something. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot to do, but it just depends on what you're coming out here to do. Now, I have been asked about the men here. I mean, they're nice looking. They're nice looking, but I just feel like men are the same everywhere.
Tomorrow, what are you planning to do? We went to the beach all day today, so tomorrow, what are you doing?
ATV. My daughter and I are going ATVing, and this one to stand behind
to preach the gospel.
He's going to preach the gospel, but don't know one Bible verse. Pioneer says it's the same. How you get this thing to come down? Mm-hmm.
Right there. It's down.
No, go up. Yeah. Right there.
It's the same as in Haiti.
Where a
lot of Caucasian men go down there and abuse the hell out of the people and take advantage of the property. The poverty. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Haiti's a failed state right now, right? So a lot of the Haitians are crossing that border to look for work and opportunity, and they are here. And just think, when you're in a situation like that, you have no president. The government, the United States government, has helped destabilize your country. What are you going to do? The government has failed, and they got to survive. It's so sad.
Yep. Facts Not Feelings says sexual exploitation is rampant in poor Western colonized countries.
You can see it.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I can see it because I do see the white men out here and they're with these young girls. Like when we was walking to the beach, there was two, white dudes who wouldn't stand a chance nowhere else. Okay. They're sitting on the beach. And these young, girls, they're rubbing a suntan, a sun block on them, and rubbing all down their back. And I was like,
their furry back, right? And also remember this: the white men that you're going to see predominantly in Sosua are European. These are European people that come here for holiday. So it's not always like white American men; it's these European men.
Yeah, but they look very comfortable. I will say that, a lot of the colonizers here look very comfortable. Like they do it all the time. So, it's, I don't personally like to see that, but I guess it's the lifestyle out here. And Marty says, believe me, Demetra, if they went to the colonizer, they might just be there for a business meeting or local fast, quick Do it for fun. I see you looking real and refreshed. Not that you're that happy. There, not the happy birthday. Thank you. My birthday is past a couple of weeks ago, Moni. But thank you.
But my birthday's coming up.
Yes. Thunder says, a wife at every port, Don. Your new theme song is Traveling Man by Rick Nelson.
I'm a traveling man and I made a lot of stops all over the world. And Pioneer says, just admit it, Demetra, you find those Caribbean men attractive, laugh out loud. The Spanish culture still promotes masculinity among its men. I mean, I ain't blind. They nice looking men out here, you know. I just a long distance relationship. I don't think I'd be into that because I ain't moving out here. Well, you know, here's the funny thing too. Now, Demetra's very conservative, right? And some of the girls that are very beautiful girls, when they have more clothes on, to me, they seem more attractive.
Yeah.
You know, they get more attention because it's like, you know, you're wondering, your mind is going like, wow, what a pretty girl, that outfit she got on really
now,
good.
why you sit up here lying?
Well, no, I mean, yeah. Everybody knows on these shows, I love the ratchets. Everybody knows that.
Right.
Everybody knows that. There's no secret to that. However, I give props where it is. And Demetra's been attracting a lot of, you know, guys looking at her because she's fully dressed.
I'm friendly. Hey, how y'all doing?
Yeah,
Hi.
dressed, right.
Hi, how y'all doing?
Yeah,
Yes,
so,
I'm friendly. That's about it, friendly. Still conservative and friendly.
And the Pioneer says Spanish culture still promotes femininity for women and masculinity for men, unlike English culture, which tends to promote a more androgynous role for both. Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah, I haven't really been here long enough to see that, but yeah, I've heard, and so I'd imagine that probably is the case. But it's not unusual to them, right? It's normal, but unfortunately, Americans, especially American women, will go to a lot of the other countries and say, girl, don't let him tell you. And not over there. We wouldn't be having that. But over there, you're single. So right. Over here, Maria and them got a man.
And you know, and speaking of that too, a lot of this is going on because even for the men here, it's hard to get work. It's very hard for them to get work. There's not a lot of opportunities here. So it's not unusual for a woman to have a man and she goes out and works and brings the money back. A lot of these young girls, they'll say that the young men don't work at all. Kind of reminds me of the United States. But you know what I mean? And they don't have a problem with that as the man stays home with the kids or whatever while she goes out and does what she needs to do.
Yes, indeed. Pioneer says, Queen, don't say hi. How y'all doing? Instead, say, hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Yes.
All right, because they know I'm from America, huh? Mm-hmm. That's okay. And Moni says, now that, what did Dominican Republic do? You have a passport and them shots, passport. He says, if you wanted to stay 7 days, is that about a good 700 to 2 G's? Share the tea and the best place to stay. It's not very expensive.
It's not expensive here at all.
Yeah, it's not very expensive. I mean, it's a lot cheaper, you know, depending on what you're going to do. Yeah. If you're going to eat, hang out, I mean, it's not a lot really. Now to go do stuff like the tours, it's going to cost you some money. 7 days is not going to be that expensive because, you know, I'm conservative. You know, they basically have to make me do stuff. I'm like, I'm just cool, just chilling type of thing. But
the beach is free. You can go to the beach free now. Like if you wanted to get the board and stuff and lay under the tents and stuff, it's going to cost you what, $10?
It was $10.
Yeah, we had 3 chairs and two
tables. No, 3. He brought out 3.
Yeah, he brought out 3. But he had 2 tents on top of us in case it rained.
Yeah,
all that cost $10, and we were out there all day.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So, but yeah, so I don't see any more comments. We're gonna get out of here and let Donovan go out there on the prowl. I mean, go see the sights.
Well, no, what it is, I'm gonna be honest with you. Now that Demetra has seen all of this, I'm gonna warn the fellas to, you know, do whatever we can.
Yeah, I'm on a seek and destroy mission, boo. I'm telling.
If you see her, don't let her in the club. Don't do any of that. Don't do any of it. So.
Hey, Smoke, how you doing? Yeah. He says, yo, what y'all doing out there shouting out from Dallas? What you doing in Dallas?
Oh, he's with the Texas Air National Guard. They have a 130 unit up at Carswell near Dallas. And his son, my nephew, is not far from there in Anna, Texas.
Okay, cool.
So he's doing that. But Smoke, his unit, the Hurricane Hunters, they usually fly out. He's in the Caribbean all the time. So he's in at Saint Martin and all those little areas like that. She's dropping dime on us. Smoke. She's going to drop
taking notes.
Yeah. So he's, you know, they're always flying out here all the time and stuff. So Yeah, but we're gonna have some more stuff tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but Demetra's going on her adventure tomorrow, and I'm probably gonna go see some old friends. And Demetra, please tell them, as I've been walking up these streets, what have you noticed about the Duke of Edmond?
Everybody knows his name, like a bad episode of Cheers, where everybody knows his name.
Yes. They're like, oh, it's your back.
This guy, he has a barber shop. He's like, come on, let me cut your hair. I'm like, man, just get your tweezers out and pluck
That'll be $12
and charge him full price. Just pluck out the little 2 hairs up there and charge him full price.
Right. But we're in the beach for them to do the ATV thing. I have my friend Felix, who he lived in New York for a while and he's back here. He's bilingual, and I said, hey, Felix will take care of you, and he hooked us up and did everything we needed to do. So, but yeah, and Ramona, who owns the bar and stuff, really nice lady, remembered me, and just had a good old time. So
all the ladies remembered him. I'm just kidding. Maybe like 20 so far.
Wait, but don't they do that in the States? Don't put it like again, fellas. They see me with her, they're like, oh, I'm gonna get him.
Yeah,
I'm
telling you, I make it easy for Donovan. The ladies, they like, oh, okay, he's taken. I'm gonna try to get him. So he owes me big
time. So
yeah. So anyway, yes, Donovan is a Scot. He think he know everything.
Yeah, look, and the Pioneer says, Brother Donovan, for some reason, seeing your bald head came as a shock. Look, we were at the beach, right? I jumped in because there's a break. I jumped in, not a ripple in the water. It's like cone heads. I just went straight in.
And he's got an aerodynamic head.
I was known as the Black Yul Brynner. So yeah.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll probably be on my page tomorrow. I don't know. We'll try.
Yeah, but do us a favor. Please like, share, and subscribe to the page and Demetra's page as well.
Yes.
And again, if you guys treat yourself sometimes and do something for yourself, just go out there and do it. Just have some fun and get away from it. Because guess what? This life is going to be stressful enough. So when you can get out there and woosah for a second, even if it's only for 3 or 4 days, just do it. Just do it.
Thank you, Moni. So we'll be back tomorrow. Just with an update, I do put a video up of ATVing. I don't think I've ever been ATVing before, but we're gonna see.
Got to push her to do stuff because she just wants to stay in the house.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
She's going ATVing.
Yes. All right, y'all. So we'll see y'all later. Stay tuned for some more updates from the DR. Hey, Curtis. I'll be back tomorrow. Well, Donovan and I'll be back tomorrow. So we'll try to do something every day, even if it's just short. Just to give you guys an update of what we're doing over here.
All right, guys.
Peace.
I hate when it does that. I hate that.